Hello, my beautiful thinking people. It's your host, Clyde Phillips, coming back at you. Another beautiful day, wonderful day for FSD to show its prowess without all that snow that we had earlier when I was leaving Ontario to go across country. This is beautiful weather. It's only 12 degrees, but this is beautiful for the batteries. Like, everything will be working optimally today. I don't think there's any excuse for any hiccups. Folks, unfortunately, this is not just a social call. I have more bad news for you. Back in the day, I remember people saying, oh, you better start learning Mandarin because China's going to take over. And they were half joking. But they were listening to tripwires. They were listening to little things that were coming out here and there that helped them understand that they might be making a good, educated guess. Okay, folks, the guessing is out. No need to guess anymore. It is official. Do you know that China, way back before Trump's first term, was already preparing for Trump and his tariffs, and then Biden and their holding of the tariffs, and now Trump 2.0 and what's going on? They were prepared. They were building safeguards against that from way back when. Not only that, I know some people are not into Mao, but Mao has some very great tidbits. It's like any good philosopher in the world. They talk some garbage because they're biased and they're for whatever direction they believe they're on. And then you have the other ones who have just pure objective philosophy. Well, Mao had a lot of biased stuff, but he also had some really great tidbits. And Xi Jinping has been taking from some of those great tidbits. Let me just say, the collective West are in huge trouble. And I'm going to tell you why they're in huge trouble. They're very transparent with their hatred for all other people. Others, they call them the others. Others are not on their agenda as far as anything good. And China knows this. They've known it from way back. Of course, they try to have good relations with everybody. Because if you're going to be good, they're going to be good. But I can tell you right now, they are not sitting by anymore to let people do what they want. Oh my. Oh my. Oh my, guys, you're seeing this. Oh my. Oh, you're kidding me. Beautifully done. Not perfect, but beautifully done. I love it. Wow. Came right in and parked. Okay. So I've been doing some studying lately, and what I'm finding out from major authorities that have done their homework, they have really done their homework. They've talked to the proper people who have the inside scoop, and what they're saying is Xi Jinping does not care anymore about the antics and the games being played by the collective West. They are a little less upset, you could say, about the European Union. Because the European Union has been playing behind US's back this whole time. They keep good relations with China. They keep good relations all around the world if they can. They try to keep relations with Africa. They try to keep relations with India. They're trying. They're not doing anything but upholding the bully's narrative when they have to. And they feel they have to because they're afraid to lose the favorable position they've been in with the US at their back. Excuse me. Folks, I see you. You see me. This is the reason why I left that there. I was going to change it back to the old mount, but I thought, you know what? It's better that you can see everything. You can see the screen, and you can also, if you wish to, you can see me. If you wish to. It's up to you. It's like having that little thumbnail in the corner of your screen. Okay, so you're hearing from me straightforward. US is in big, big trouble. I've said it before. I've said it in my Facebook posts, whether it be a live post or just a post where I was ranting. I said, how can you expect to stay on top of the world when you produce nothing? I said the only thing that US is going to be able to offer to the rest of the world is, listen, we will be your global policemen. We will uphold all the laws of your different jurisdictions or areas. We will be able to help suppress any dissent against your governmental rule. We will do these things, and in exchange, we're going to need 1% of your GDP or 2% of your GDP. Whatever it is, that's the only way US is going to survive. Now, if you think, oh, well, that's okay, we're going to survive. We're going to... No. If you're not willing to carry a gun and die for the cause of everybody else in the world, what good are you going to be to the US? You think they're going to give you a welfare pension or something like that? Oh no. Their whole economy will be based on that. Okay, now that's my prediction from way back when I told people this, oh, I don't know, what, 12, 15 years ago, maybe even more? It was before Trump came down the escalators. Probably a year or two before that. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't track it and I didn't document it. I said it then, I say it again. If you don't produce anything, your only recourse in the world is to become the world's policeman. And here's a problem with that theory right now too, which is why the US may collapse altogether. As we are finding out in real time, all the wonderful technology and fighting skills and equipment and technology and AI and everything that they have, US has been countermanded by everything that Russia has and everything that China has. They talk a big game about going into the South China Sea, and they're gonna this and they're gonna protect Taiwan from China, and they're gonna da. But they haven't done their homework. They're relying on rhetoric to scare people into submission. But I don't know if you noticed, the BRICS nations are not scared. There are people who are not privy to what's really going on out there, who, yes, they're going to get scared. They're going to capitulate. They're going to do whatever you want them to do because they're terrified, until they all start looking and going, hey, wait a second. These guys are way more powerful. They can protect us against these bullies. All right, we're not going with them anymore. We're going with the guys who got the real power. Now, they don't care who it is. All they care about is being safe themselves and for their country to be able to survive and prosper. So, folks, don't kid yourself. Don't fool yourselves. It's coming. Not that you have to learn Mandarin. It would be a smart thing to do, though. Learn Mandarin would be a smart thing to do. But I can tell you this. Or learn Russian. Learn Russian, learn Mandarin. These are going to become major nations in the BRICS scenario. Africa, learn Swahili. Because, honestly, people, you're not going to like being a minority. You're not going to like that. And the only way you're going to be able to like it and enjoy it and continue your life as if nothing had really happened is if you start to get rid of your feeling of exceptionalism and start learning other people's culture. And I mean it. I'm not saying that in a horrible way or a harsh way. I'm saying it in a meaningful way. Learn other people's culture. One of the biggest problems that US and Canada and all these European nations have when they bring in refugees and immigrants and stuff like that, they don't teach them the culture. If you don't teach me the culture, how do you expect me to abide by your culture? If you went to Saudi Arabia right now, let's take 1,000 random people and send you all on a full expense paid trip to Saudi Arabia. I guarantee you that minimum 300 of you are going to be in jail. Minimum 300 in jail. And I'm not joking. 300 of you in jail. Why? Because you don't know the culture. You don't know the laws. You don't know the rules. You're going to go there, you're going to do something, they're going to jail you, and you're going to cry the blues that, but I didn't know. Well, neither do these people know. But you blame them, right? You look down on them. You call them all the worst names in the world just so that you feel better about yourself. And you feel better about persecuting other people. You feel better about bombing and killing other people in a genocide type way because you want to get what you want. It has to be on your terms. Well, I'm here to tell you guys, not that it's going to backfire. It's not going to backfire. You know why? Because other people are not barbarians. I mean, some are. I can tell you right now, if I started getting wind that one of my family members was being killed off like every week, another one, and I know the group that's doing it, rest assured, if you know me, you know what's going to happen next. And then what are you going to call me? Oh, Clyde's become a terrorist. No, I become a resistor. That means if you're killing off my people one by one, every time I go to visit a family member, I hear about another one that's been taken out. You don't think I'm going to retaliate? Do you see me with airplanes and ballistic missiles and stuff? No. So what do you think I'm going to do? I'm going to case out their joint, and I'm going to pick them off as they become vulnerable. As one leaves to go to the store to get a pack of cigarettes, he's gone. Another one leaves to go and pick up his daughter from school, I'll get him before he gets there. Another one leaves because he needs to go get his hair done, he's gone. That's what I'm going to do. And you're going to call me a terrorist. And I'm going to look at you and say, I don't care what you call me. Just call me the avenger of my family. But you guys don't get that. You don't get that. You think I can do what I want to you, and if you retaliate, I'm just going to make up a name for you that's going to allow me to do more. But you forgot to realize, the more they're going to be against you, the more they're going to want to avenge themselves, the more they're going to want freedom from you. It's never going to change as long as you think you can do it by force. That's what's happening right now today. All the other nations of the world. Do you know that Chinese just had a huge fair? Huge! 200 countries were represented there. 200 countries around the world. Go do your homework, folks. How many does that leave? 200 countries were there participating to buy products from China. Do you think your tariffs are going to hurt them? Do you think us as Canadians, oh, don't worry, we'll be exempt. Everybody loves a Canadian, don't they? Not anymore, folks. You guys have been involved in way too much death and destruction around the world. It's going to come back to bite you in the ass. And in saying that, that's me too. I'm going to suffer because you guys who think you're leaders, who call yourself leaders, are leading us down a garden path to ruin. Somebody will say, oh no, we're not. We're just going to make everybody terrified of the collective West, and they're all going to do as we say, and we're going to become super prosperous. No, those days are gone. Everybody has access to information. Oh, you want to shut down the internet? Didn't you know that China has been building its own services? Do you not think that if you shut down the services for the global south, that China's not going to come in and give them all the resources they need to be able to see, hear, study, exchange ideas and information? Do you know why DeepSeek became the number one product out there with very little resources? Because they had it open source to all those people who wanted to participate. They don't close themselves off to the rest of the world and go, oh, sorry, we're doing this exclusively. You'll see when we come to kill you how good we've done. Really? Anyway, I'm ranting now. Sorry. China are making moves, and they don't care what moves you make. They've already anticipated them. They've discussed them. They have countermeasures ready to go. And you'll say, yeah, but so did the US. No. This is the problem with being the person in charge, controlling the economy, holding hegemony over all other nations. You don't see it coming until it's right in your face. And once it hits you right in your face, then you're going to deal with it. It's going to be epic. Buckle up, get ready. This is not going to be a whole lot of fun. I can tell you that right now. I called it. The only thing that has not executed yet that I have called for, but I hear the rumblings, and it's coming. I hear a lot of people stating, oh, we're not happy with the way these other people are being treated. We don't like this. This is crazy. Why should they have an equal chance to get a job? Why should they have this? This takes away from my family. You're right, it does. But it becomes fair. And guess what it does? It helps everybody to work hard for that same job. And may the best person win. Folks, you got to let go of this foolishness that has kept people down for so long. You made the mistake. You remember when slave days were in and you forbid slaves to read and write? You would kill them if you found them reading and writing. Like, you don't think that they devised that devilish thing for a reason? Because you know once you allow people access to information, they become informed. When they become informed, they don't listen to your crap anymore. When they don't listen to your crap anymore, they come to a realization that they have power. Oh my gosh, now they have power. We're in trouble. Yes, you are. Why? Because you haven't kept up your end of the bargain. And everybody else that you would call others are all gaining in knowledge and ability. And then they start to take over. But here's a good thing for you to remember. They're not barbarians like some. They're not. So when they take over, like in South Africa, I know you heard Trump say, oh, they're killing the farmers. Bullshit. Any farmers who are getting killed were probably going to get killed anyways because of the way they treated other people. They're not getting killed because they're white. Are you stupid? Seriously, if you believe that garbage, you would have to think that they're senseless. But guess who began civilization? Guess who went to Europe and taught Europeans how to irrigate? Taught Europeans how to clean themselves? Because all they did was put perfume and another layer of clothes over top. But the stench was just horrific. Who taught civilization to the rest of the world? But you think now all of a sudden they're going to turn around and become barbarians because they're upset? No, they've been upset before. They don't resort to barbarism, whatever you'd like to call it. Folks, give your head a shake. Get ready. It's coming. And I wish you all the best of luck. And I know I'm going to suffer for the whole thing as well. I'm going to suffer just like the rest of you, only a little different. Anyway, love you all. Take care. Stay safe. Stay healthy. And above all, stay as happy as humanly possible. Remember, us 1585ers, we never give up. We never give in. But we keep an open mind because that's how we gather our knowledge. And the knowledge, people, is the only power anybody really has. Gather your knowledge. Do your own research. Don't listen to these pundits and idiots who are out there dealing and peddling in lies. Find your own information. Love y'all. Talk next.